YETI says these two bags are fully submersible and waterproof. Today we've got the Panga 28 backpack and the Panga 50 duffel. And we're gonna put both of these bags underwater in this icy cold river behind me for 15 minutes and see what happens. And if you wanna purchase these bags, you'll find a link in the description where you can buy these and a wide selection of authentic YETI products. First things first though, I gotta fill these bags up with rocks so they'll stay underwater. One final thing to make sure is that the zipper is done all the way up into that U-lock. Okay, good to go. Here we go. Now, my plan had been to have them full of rocks so that they would just sit on the bottom of the river, but as soon as I put these bags underwater, I could tell that that U-lock was working to keep them airtight because they just wanted to float to the surface. That's good underwater action. I got them pinned. And so I ended up having to kneel on the bags in the water for the full 15 minutes. Whoa. This is ridiculous. Well, I mean, it seems to me that these bags are staying airtight because I can't keep them underwater. So, like, we'll find out how exactly airtight they are, but like, so far this hasn't gone how I planned. I thought I'd be able to sink them down with a bunch of rocks, but you know, they want to float. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing. Okay. Let's see. Here's the first look inside. Rocks out. Like a drop of water. A drop of water. That is bone dry. No water in there whatsoever. So the Panga 50 passed with flying colors. Stupid rocks out of here. Ah, we have water. The Panga 28, for some reason, did not keep all the water out. That's about a tablespoon and a half of nice cold river water there. So we're gonna dry it off and we're gonna seal it up again. We'll put it back in the river and we'll see if we get a different result the second time. Maybe I didn't have that U-lock done up all the way. So we're gonna double check on that zipper and we'll toss it in one more time. Okay, let's see. That time, we are totally dry. Completely dry. No liquid whatsoever in there. Okay, so after a good underwater test with these two bags, it turns out they're pretty spectacular at keeping the water out. On the very first test, the YETI Panga 50 duffel, there wasn't a drop of water in there. The Panga 28 backpack, I found about a tablespoon and a half of water in there after about 15 minutes. It's hard to tell whether I didn't do the U-lock up all the way or some water got in there as I was unzipping and taking the rocks out. So I put it back in the water again, empty, and kneeled on it for about 2 minutes. and that time it came out bone dry. The chances of you keeping these bags submerged for over 2 minutes in any real life situation is pretty slim. Chances are they're gonna float. I had trouble keeping these things underwater, even with like about half a dozen boulders inside of each of them. So we kind of went to the extreme here and submerged them, and a little bit of water got in the backpack. But even if I had had stuff in there, for the most part, I wouldn't have been too concerned with a tablespoon of water inside. And if you want to see what happens when we put these two bags through a Texas-sized durability test, click right here.